John chapter 10, we're looking at life is good if. And Jesus made this outstanding statement in John chapter 10, verse 10, that he came that we might have life and have it abundantly. And we've been looking at what Jesus meant when he said that, and we've been trying to look at the context of what he said, because the context of what he said is him describing himself as a good shepherd. And we've seen that a good shepherd shepherds sheep in a way that is pretty personal, it's pretty intimate. It's no place to hide type stuff. And Jesus uses language here in this little passage. And so this shepherd is going to go before the sheep, and he is going to take them to where there is good grass. He's going to lead you. And you are not saved unless you follow the shepherd. And I know that there are some people who say, I'm a Christian, but when it's convenient. Then you're not a Christian. It's like a guy came to a pastor and said, Pastor, I've committed adultery again. What do you mean again? He says, well, I've done it 7 times. Will you pray for me to be forgiven? He said, no. He said, what do you mean, no? He said, well, because I don't want to pray for you to be forgiven. I want to pray for you to be saved. He said, well, no, I'm a Christian. I just have a problem. He said, listen, mate, you committed adultery 7, 8 times. You don't have a problem. You don't have salvation. Because if you're saved, you're following a shepherd. You're going in a certain direction where you ordinarily don't want to go. That he describes the enemy as a thief. A thief is someone who'll steal from you in broad daylight. See, he wants to rob you blind. He wants to deceive you, rob you, steal from you, ultimately destroy you. That's the devil's mission for your life. And here's what I want to propose to you. And this is where we wrap this passage up. Life is good if you allow the Good Shepherd to complete his mission for your life. You are on a mission if you are a Christian. And you are on a mission that is being led by a shepherd, being led by someone who is going to get into places where you don't want people to get into. He's going to run his hands through the fleece of your life. He's going to run his hands through those parts of you that are just knotted and no one's going to untangle them. But he wants to. He's going to feel the hurts and the cuts. He's going to feel the pain. And he's going to say, I can heal that. This is what the shepherd wants to do. But he has a mission. The shepherd has a mission. I want you to consider what the mission is. Think for a moment. What does the shepherd want from his sheep? What does any shepherd want from his sheep? I want to suggest to you that if we in the Australian context were shepherds and we had sheep and we had a couple of 100 acres of grass, I wouldn't want to be mowing it. Not when I've got a whole bunch of sheep. I'd want them to mow it. I'd expect even the baby lambs to mow. I'd expect the sheep to do a little bit of work for me. These guys have got to mow. They've got to do a little bit of work. Even the youngest lambs have got to eat. He wants them to produce wool. He wants to fleece you. He wants to shear you. What else does the shepherd want from sheep? Well, he wants offspring. He wants them to reproduce. And then the shepherd ultimately wants meat. Meat. Just very quickly, let's move on. Think about this. Maybe we shouldn't rush this. The devil wants to kill you. Jesus just wants you to die so that you can live. Are there things that you know the shepherd's hand would find in your life if you allowed him to run his hand through the wool of your fleece? Are there areas in your life where you're saying, I'm not going to eat that grass. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to stretch. I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to allow him to tell me what to do. I'm not going to allow him to use a human instrument to be his voice into my soul. No way. But I'm a Christian. Really? I mean, can you be a Christian if you're not following the Good Shepherd? And ultimately, this is where it leads. What does the shepherd want from you? His mission for you is that you die so you can live.